Let's cover the essential keyboard shortcuts when it comes to working with rows and columns in your worksheet. In this example, I'm going to demonstrate how to use these keyboard shortcuts in order to select an entire row or column. Now, the first step is to select a cell in the row you want to select. Now, if I press Shift, then spacebar, that will select the entire row where the active cell was. Now, if you watched the video on keyboard shortcuts for selecting cells, I demonstrated how you can use the Shift plus arrow keys to expand your selection. In this case, I'll press Shift followed by my up arrow to expand the selection upwards, and I can continue doing that in order to select multiple rows. Now, let's take a look at selecting an entire column. Once again, your active cell should be in the column you want to select. Then I'm going to press Control followed by spacebar, which selects that entire column. Again, in order to expand this selection, I can use Shift plus my arrow keys. In this case, I'll use Shift plus my left arrow to expand the selection to the left in order to select multiple columns. Now, in my next example, I want to demonstrate the keyboard shortcut for inserting an entire row or column. I'll start with inserting a row. The first step is to select a row that the new row will appear above. I'll use my Shift plus spacebar shortcut to select a row. From here, I'm going to press Control, Shift, then the plus sign. And notice that inserts a new row above the selected one. I can repeat that shortcut to continue inserting new rows. Now, in the case of inserting a column, first I'll use my Control spacebar to select a column. Then I'll press Control Shift plus, which inserts a new column to the left of the selected one. Again, I can repeat that to insert more columns. Now, in my last example, I want to demonstrate the keyboard shortcuts for hiding an entire row or an entire column. Now, the first step is to select a cell in the row you want to hide. Then I'll press Control followed by 9, and as you can see, it hid row 6. I'll demonstrate that for hiding an entire column. Select a cell in the column you want to hide, then press Control followed by 0. Of course, you could have selected multiple rows or columns followed by these keyboard shortcuts to hide them. So I really encourage you to play with these and see if you can use them to accomplish what you normally do with your mouse.